Cases of muscle dysmorphia or bigorexia are on the rise, especially in younger boys. So Dr. Julia is here to talk about this morning, what causes this, what the warning signs are. Let's first talk about what this is, because it's literally almost the mirror opposite of anorexia. Is that fair to categorize it like that?
Absolutely. And at times we call it a reverse anorexia.
Okay.
So there are qualities that are very similar to anorexia nervosa, primarily a predisposition towards obsessive compulsive thinking and behavior. I really see bigorexia as a combination between anorexia and body dysmorphic disorder. So we need to look at this as not vanity.
Okay.
This is a way that obsessive compulsive thinking gets channeled for some people into their body.
Okay.
And especially for boys and men, it becomes bigorexia.
Tell me when we cross the line from being disciplined, because that is such a value when it comes to sports and, being dedicated to something. When do we cross the line, from it being healthy and maybe even a touch of vanity over the line to obsessive compulsive?
So first of all, I think it's really important with all eating disorders and with bigorexia, it really isn't driven by vanity. There is this distorted view of yourself as somehow flawed and not acceptable. Sometimes there's a history of being bullied or teased or in muscular dysmorphia, sometimes, late puberty, feeling scrawny and small. So it is a drive to feel acceptable, okay?
Interesting.
So, go ahead.
Well, it just makes me think, it feels like so much of what we experience as adults stems back to our experiences as kids, right? So there's that. I'm sorry, go ahead.
And how it intersects with our biology and our biochemistry.
Okay.
So somebody can be teased and be okay. Not that it's a good thing, but if you're teased and you have obsessive compulsive genetics, it's going to intersect into something that might be dysmorphia.
As a mom, I have to ask you about family culture and how we as parents might affect our kids and what they think of themselves later on in life. What do we need to be conscious of as far as that's concerned, and making sure our kids don't go down this path?
Yeah, so just like with other eating disorders, we need to recognize that if we have good self-esteem, if we value internal traits and not just outer appearance or our body weight, shape, and size, we're going to give our kids a really good foundation. So if they come up against social media or teasing, they're going to have a core self-esteem that helps them withstand it, even if they have an obsessive compulsive genetic history.
If we start to sense that maybe a child, especially if you have a teenage boy at home, is venturing into this area, what should we do? And then what should we do if somebody really is all the way across the line and helping pull them back, so to speak?
So I'm going to say this to parents. I'm going to say this to teachers, coaches, and physicians. Please don't compliment somebody for what their body looks like.
Okay.
You don't know what's behind it. Okay, so we want to be able to say, I notice that you're at the gym a lot. I notice that your eating has significantly changed, right? And if it starts becoming where we step over the line, so does it interfere with social events? Does it interfere with relationships? Does somebody keep exercising and weightlifting even though they have injuries? That's when there's a concern.
I see. Got it.
And we want to encourage them to get help.
Okay.
Psychological help.
What a great conversation. Dr. Julia, it's always great to see you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the conversation.